Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Ginger Pierce, and I'm one of the travel agents with Marvelous Mouse Travels. We are the agency that runs this Facebook group, along with several others that are focused on different destinations. We are also an earmarked Diamond authorized Disney vacation planner. That is the highest tier of travel agency that you can possibly be with Disney destinations. And that just speaks to the number of vacations that we book to Disney destinations, the special relationship that we have with them as a result of that, and the expertise that comes along with that. Welcome to Sundays with MMT. This is a weekly live agent panel video series that we do in one of our Facebook groups every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And we're really excited. In fact, you could say super excited to be with you here tonight on Super Bowl Sunday to talk to you a little bit about the 100th anniversary celebration at Disneyland. So we're going to be joined tonight by two of our Disneyland experts within our agency. We have a lot of information that we're going to share with you about the event, but we would also love to take your questions. So feel free at any point to drop those questions in the comments, and we will come back and get those before the end of the video. But we are using a platform called StreamYard to go live this evening. If you are watching with us on Facebook, you might be asked by StreamYard to approve it to display your username and profile picture. Just know that you can decline that permission and you can still post and interact with us anonymously. So I'm joined by two of our marvelous agents. Ladies, thank you so much for being with us tonight. And if you would just take some time to tell everybody your name, how long you've been with the agency, and the best way for people to reach out to you if they're interested in planning a vacation.
Hi, I'm Nikki Kennedy. I have been with the agency since July of 2018, so you can do the math because I can't right now. And you can find me at your family travel planner MMT on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, basically everywhere. So it's just easy way to find me.
Hey y'all, I'm Amy Kraus, and I've been with the agency for just over 3 years now. I can be reached via email at amy.kraus@marvelousmousetravels.com.
And again, my name is Ginger Pierce. I've been with the agency just under 5 years. And the best way to reach out to me is to visit my blog, which you can find at gingermmt.com. So, ladies, we are so excited to talk about Disneyland in particular, but also to talk about the Disney 100th celebration. And so, this is something that we have been kind of, chatting about as an agency for a while, and really excited about the different things that we're going to be coming. But much like, Disney World just experienced their 50th anniversary celebration that's about to draw to a close, this is the celebration of 100 years of just Disney as a whole. So the company, the Walt Disney Company, Disney Animation, all of the things that come along with that. And so what better place to really start and kicking off that celebration than at Disneyland, at the park that started it all, the place where Walt actually walked. And so let's talk to everybody, though, about some of the new experiences that are coming to Disneyland, to that iconic park, as part of this celebration.
Yeah, it's kind of fun because there's new stuff, but then they're also kind of like just making stuff that's already been there a little more exciting. The biggest thing that they're kind of bringing in that I'm so excited about is Toontown. It's getting some much needed love I think everyone kind of wondered if it was ever going to come, and it's finally here. So that's
Yes,
exciting.
yes.
I actually have been over there, not to the whole land, but I was able to go to Runaway Railway, and it is awesome. It fits in so well, and we kind of got a peek of everything else, the brightened colors, and if you haven't been there, it kind of won't make sense. But like if you touch some of the knobs in there, like on the doors and stuff like that, the whole land is just kind of interactive for little kids. So that's awesome. They kept that and they've made it even more magical. So that's honestly probably what I'm the most excited about.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and Toontown, I agree. It's definitely a little bit of an update, and especially with the littles, it's really nice to have a place for them to just be able to run around, sit and relax. And it being in the back of the park, kind of it is not as crowded as parts of the park can definitely be throughout the day. But so Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is open. That opened when they launched the Disney 100 celebration, but Toontown itself will reopen completely. They just actually pushed that date back to March 19th. Is that correct?
Mhm.
And that was due to just some delays and then finishing up the final touches and stuff. But that will be an amazing, I can't wait. We have a trip booked for the end of the year as a family to celebrate our little one's second birthday. And we're probably going to spend a lot of time in Toontown. So we're really excited about that.
So exciting.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And
Now
we have to talk about the fireworks show and Wondrous Journeys, because that has been all over social media. And I mean, even more so than usual, as far as how far out people are camping out to get a good spot to see this show. I've seen it as early as like 4:30 in front of the castle is completely taken already, with people camping out for that spot. And just that, Nikki, what was your favorite part about it? Because I've seen, I think the Encanto, is that like the kind of the grand
and the
finale
whole
piece?
castle changes in the past, which I'm sure you've kind of watched it too. Like it used to be like some of the shows, I actually preferred watching them in front of like Small World because it was less crowded, but you still got the projections, like that kind of thing. This show is like so focused on the castles, so there's not as much seating. So that is, I actually hadn't paid attention to that, but I'm not surprised that people are camping out, because you have Baymax flying over the castle, you have the Blue Fairy flying over the castle, and let's remember the Disneyland castle is not huge, so it's like so just like right in your face. It's awesome. But what we actually found out is we were at a breakfast, and the president of Disneyland, so that's kind of a crazy thing to say, but he actually told us that every single Disney film since the beginning is represented some way in that show. And we're like, okay, whatever. Like, there's no way. Like, how many are there? Like 80 something. It is incredible that they seriously like picked little pieces from every single movie. And the whole time you're like, whoa, like that's Treasure Planet. Like, how long has it been since I thought about Treasure Planet? Right. Like every single movie. So it's hard to even pick a spot. Like usually when I'm filming, I kind of like film like a little bit, you know? I could not look away to hit pause on my phone. So I have the entire thing recorded. And it's like someone's head and then the show, because I seriously was just, it's been a long time since I've like seen a show that I'm like, I cannot look away from this. Like it is, it's absolutely incredible. Like they blew that one out of the water.
Yes. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it too. And Nikki and our agency owner were recently in Disneyland for a special, behind the scenes kind of early preview at a lot of the Disney 100 stuff. An incredible opportunity to get to experience that, and really have more knowledge to kind of put out there, having gotten early access to it. But it looks absolutely phenomenal.
It's not one of those that like the pictures look awesome and then you see it and you're like, oh, it's kind of the hype, right? No, it's amazing. Awesome. It's absolutely amazing.
Good. Well, talk to us a little bit about World of Color 1. What's that all about?
Yeah, so again, we got to see it like first. The night we saw it was so windy that I kind of think in like a normal situation, they probably would have canceled the show, because like I said, we were talking to, his name's Ken. We were talking to him and he was like, oh yeah, I asked him, it was so windy. He's like, I asked him like, when did we cut that spot? And or like that part. And they were like, we didn't, it blew away. So like there was a lot of the show, cause it's a water show, right? Yeah. So the wind just comes, like, you're not seeing it, it's gone. So I mean, we did get to see it. I'm excited to see it again, because from what I did see, it was really, really cool. But that one's such a weather permitting show that it's kind of, I don't know. It's awesome. Don't get me wrong, but it's kind of hard to say. There was one part that's Marvel, which anything Marvel just like gets me like super giddy. But Thor actually is like walking out, obviously not real Thor, like the projection, and he comes and just like shuts it all down with his hammer and everything like goes dark, and it's just like crazy powerful. But I
heard that part was pretty awesome.
Yes, so cool. And they like light up the Mickey's Fun Wheel or whatever it's called now. But, yeah. So I'm excited to see that show again. I'm sure it's just as amazing, but hopefully it'll be a little nicer night.
And one thing with that show, so that one, they have the virtual queues that you can join to be able to get access to the, seated areas or the viewing areas. But they do have the dessert party or the dessert party for World of Color 1 viewing options, which is great. I have clients going at the end of the month, and they got that package. So that way they can have a spot to sit and see the show right up close. So again, weather permitting, they'll get to see that amazing show and have a great spot to sit and enjoy desserts and drinks and stuff. So that's a great add-on to, your trip, as you want to make sure that you can really see it and enjoy it. and not have to camp out for hours and hours on end. That would be
Absolutely.
a great option.
Yeah, that's a great point. And also, too, there's a return of the Magic Happens parade, right? And that's just in a couple weeks, right? February 24th. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm so happy about like real long
Full
parade.
parades. Yes.
Like the cavalcades are nice, but I'm so excited for just
Yeah.
the full magical parade.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's how I felt when they brought back the Festival of Fantasy parade
Yes.
in the Magic
Mhm.
Kingdom in Disney World. I was like, oh, it's back.
It's a parade again.
It's nice to just
Right.
stop for 10, 15 minutes and have some entertainment, be able to
Right.
just stop, and especially when you've got a bunch of kids, you're just like, okay,
Absolutely.
cool.
We're gonna
Take a
save
break, enjoy
Yeah.
your ice cream, and have some entertainment while you're doing it. So
Absolutely. 100%. So let's talk a little bit about the decor, because obviously I think platinum is kind of the decor element here. So where did you see that represented in the parks?
Yeah, so I mean it's just everywhere. It's that like purpley color. And then obviously the silver, they have giant medallions that are just kind of set throughout downtown Disney. One of my favorite things, and you can kind of see the fairies on the castle too. The castle looks absolutely beautiful. They kind of changed up the fountains as well, so that's really cool. Obviously this is like a zoom in, so you can't quite see that, but I think actually my favorite part of the decor I didn't see until my last day when I was actually walking back to the Disneyland Hotel. But when you're walking through downtown Disney, all the light posts have like different years than when things came out. So like
Oh,
started
that's
with
cool.
like Peter
that's
Pan,
cool.
and then it like they bought this studio, and then anyways, it was really cool because it's like to see all of the progression that you don't normally think about was pretty cool. So that was honestly my favorite decor. I mean, the rest of it's pretty, but that was
Yeah.
kind of a fun
Kind of like a timeline that walk through.
Yeah.
That's cool. Very cool.
That's really cool. And also too, the characters have special outfits, do
Mhm.
they not? Yeah.
They do. They're super, super cute. We got to see all of them too, which was awesome. And they had kept saying like, you know, like the main characters were going to be the only ones. And then Chip and Dale actually are all decked out this time too.
Oh.
So that's pretty fun too.
So cute. I love Chip and Dale. They're
Mhm.
some of my
My boys do
favorite Disney
too.
characters.
They love them.
Yes. I remember when my son was little and he was so into Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. It was always so excited whenever Chip and Dale would show up
Yes.
on Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Even now in the parks, you know, he's 10 and he's like, Chip and Dale.
They're just like kind
Yes.
of like that rare. So like when you see them, it's like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh,
I
even
know.
more fun. I love it.
So cute. So let's talk about some of the food. That's usually, you know, people's. There we go. Not sure what happened there. Live television, everyone, or live streams.
Technology.
Yeah, exactly. So let's talk a little bit about the food, because that's usually, you know, a lot of people's favorite part of it here. What food elements do they have, or anything special that we can pick up?
So Schmoozies is in California Adventure. It is always my favorite. When they got rid of what celebration was it? They had like the Mickey Mouse cookies and cream shake. I was so sad
Mhm,
because that's like my favorite treat.
Mhm.
So when I saw that they were bringing back, it's called this, or I guess not bringing it back, but that's the Steamboat Willie shake. I was like, I have to get that ASAP, and it did not disappoint. So that was
It
definitely
looks so
my
good.
favorite one. It's just a cookies and cream shake. Nothing that special, but because it's, you know, Mickey themed and shaped, and it's just that makes it that much better.
It tastes
But
better. For
yes,
sure.
it
Yeah.
does. It's my favorite. And you do have to mobile order there, so order it on your way into the park.
Mhm.
Mhm, mhm.
We'll miss for that part.
They also have the churro. I've seen the Disney 100 churro floating around, and I personally have to have the sipper and the popcorn bucket because I
The
you could
lines
probably
were
see
crazy.
I collect those guys, and yes, I know that it's literally, and you can't obviously Genie plus the popcorn line
Right.
bucket.
People
But
would.
that's the one where I'm like, okay, y'all, I'll see you in about an hour and a half. I'm gonna stand here, get my popcorn bucket.
Yep.
You guys go ride some rides.
So I was there like the day they dropped, right? And I was like, what is this line? Because there's only one cart that you can get the
Yeah.
apple. And
Mm.
I videoed the line and like was walking fast because I like felt awkward. And it is a 47-second clip just videoing the line. It was all the way
Wow.
from the Dumbo in Fantasyland, like popcorn, whatever thing. It was clear back by the entrance to Star Wars. That's how freaking long. the
Oh
line
my
was.
gosh.
So
Yeah.
get prepared.
It's crazy. Yep.
I asked the lady, I was like, can I
crazy.
take a picture of yours? And like took a picture of all three and then like
Mhm.
traded her some ears because I was like, you just saved me my whole day. So
Yes.
Yes.
there's some
Yeah.
ears.
Yep. I had to get in line for the Elliott bucket when we were
Yes.
doing last year when we were doing the electrolyte parade. And yes, the same thing. It was like, I mean, a lady drove down from Sacramento. She was a pass holder. She drove down
Wow.
all night to be there in the morning when it was released, and then was just going
Wow.
to turn around and drive back home. I was like, oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yes.
I mobile
Yeah.
ordered the like sipper, turtle, snail, whatever he is.
Yes. The
If
little
it's not
snail
mobile
guy.
order, my brain is like, nope, moving
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. The
Good for
zippers,
you.
you
I'll
have
live
better
for
luck.
you.
Yeah. The zippers, you have better luck on mobile order options if you know
Yeah.
where to look. But the
Right.
popcorn
The
buckets.
popcorn
are just-
buckets, you have to wait. And they usually put them in like one location too.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it's
Yeah. Usually the cart to the right of the castle always has them right there walking into Tomorrowland. And then sometimes there'll be one other cart kind of randomly throughout the park.
Definitely collectible though. I mean, how many times are you
Mhm.
going to have the opportunity to get, the 100th? That would be
Yes.
pretty special for collectors.
Yeah.
Speaking of collectibles and merch and things like that, there's all
Mhm.
sorts of cute merchandise that I have seen floating around. Everything from Spirit jerseys to there's a special pair of ears. They even have those available on the East Coast in Disney World. I saw those at World of Disney and Disney Springs. All
Mhm.
kinds of super cute stuff. Do you guys have any personal favorites of the merchandise that you've seen?
So those ears that you're talking about, the purple like bow,
Mhm.
those
Yep.
were sold out, completely sold out,
Wow.
which
Yep.
is like so crazy. My favorite, I mean, I like the purple stuff. It might just be that it's been out for a couple months. So I was like, I've seen it. You kind of, they actually came out with a line, a couple different ones where they're bringing back like old styles, like out of
Mhm.
the vault. And those are my favorite. Like I bought my
Mhm.
son like a very like retro button up with like all the like retro Disneyland. And then of course my girls had to have matching shorts. Like
Of course.
that merch didn't get me, but all like the total old school, I dropped way too much money
I know.
on that.
Yes. And that's super fun that they're doing that, kind of obviously celebrating 100 years of,
Mhm.
animation and Walt Disney Studios. So to be able to have some of that throwback is
Yeah, it's really cool.
awesome. Yeah, I'm always a fan of the Spirit jerseys, the ears, and then like I said, the popcorn buckets,
Oh, yeah.
which are a bonus because you get food with the merch.
That's
Yes,
true.
absolutely.
And you save later, so it's a win-win.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And I agree. I love whenever they do the retro, like, when they'll release that stuff again. Because like, I mean, that's the Disney a lot of us grew up with. And so it's cool to have that come back around. I know they've done that, they did that with Epcot's, what was it, 30th anniversary where they
Yes.
released a lot of their stuff. And same thing with Magic Kingdom and everything. So I love to see that over at Disneyland, and because there's even more nostalgia, over there. It's super
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, there really is. And it's a perfect time to plan a trip to Disneyland because at Disney World, you've got the 50th anniversary is wrapping up at the end of
Mhm.
March.
Yep.
So that celebration is going to be over. So it's a perfect time to head to the West Coast, see Disneyland and all the Disney 100 glory that she is right now.
Absolutely. So beautiful. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We thank you all who watched with us. If you happen upon this video either on Facebook or on YouTube and it's no longer live, just know it is not too late to ask a question or make a comment. We do continue to monitor these after the fact, so we can always come back at a later date and address that question for you. But if you are interested in planning a trip to Disneyland or anywhere, it is completely free to work with one of our agents. You're not going to pay any more to book through us than you would to book directly on Disney's website. But when you book with us, you are getting concierge level vacation planning services at no additional fee. So if you missed our contact information, you can find all of that back at the beginning of the video. But again, we thank you so much for watching. We hope you'll join us again really soon for another episode of Sundays with MMT. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.